Here we are. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Now, first experience on Gran Valley. So, a reinvention of the original Gran Valley that we all know and love, but Gran Valley is Gran Valley. So, what we're going to do, we're going to give a guide for the gold on the circuit experience. So, go into maps, go into Gran Valley, look on the circuit experience. You've got 3 sectors, and we're going to have a look at seeing if we can get gold. Will help you get gold in all 3. So first sector, so we're looking for the 300 board on the left hand side. Just after that, hit the brakes hard, come down to second, shove back into third, short shift just to get the extra grip. GR3 cars, so obviously they've got a lot of grip, but in this Nismo the back end can be quite sketchy at times, so short shift into third, probably the best way to go. Into this hairpin here, just after the 400 board, into third, let it rotate as early as you can on the throttle. I'll door shift down to third gear again just to get extra grip, and we go over for a 34.1 for the first sector. So pointers there. Fairly simple sector, not too difficult. I mean, flat out sectors and a couple of braking areas, nothing too drastic. The second sector we're looking at, and this one is, I find, quite difficult in these GR3 cars. I mean, even though the layout is the same as the original one, it feels like a completely different track. I mean, if you were to drive this, you would not think this was Gran Valley from the old KS1 days. I mean, I was a little bit unsure about it, to be honest. A little bit unsure about it at first. But now I've driven it a few times, I'm actually quite liking it. The scenery is stunning, to be honest. I mean, this graphics are absolutely beautiful as well. It's just Gran Turismo at its best in this Nismo, which is just awesome. But this, yes, middle sector, difficult to get right. But planted down in third gear on that final bend, which I find is one of the trickiest bends in this course, to be honest, just to get right, to get the run onto that straight. We go across for a 36.6. And we're just going to go through quickly on these, and then I'll break the lap down for you afterwards. So we're looking at sector 3, which is the last sector. Again, a reinvention of the last kind of tight chicane from the original games. This one, you come into the tunnel, kind of go out wide, cut back in, and this one is really tight. So dab on the brake, short shift up to third again to get that grip. Watch out for that dirt on the left hand side. If you get that on your tyres, you will spin around straight into the barrier, into the wall on the bridge. Yeah, so be careful in there. Flat out all the way, tight to the inside as you can through the tunnel, and it's a straight run to the finish. So we go across for a 30.6, which is plenty good enough for gold on that last sector. So now into the one lap attack, and what we're going to do now, we're going to break the lap down completely to braking points, acceleration points. So we're looking for, again, we're going to slow it right now for you here. The 300 board, just after that, look, we're putting the brakes on. So hard, full on the brakes for this hairpin, holding it in. A lot of these corners you have to kind of trail braking, but as soon as you come off there, accelerate and just play with that throttle, but use all that track. Look how wide you go there, using all that track. Now this sector's fun, absolutely flat out, but stick to the left. Nice, smooth steering inputs, nothing too drastic there. Hug the left again, we're going to slow it down just after the 400 board. Now I'll come down to first just to get that extra bit of rotation off the pedals and throttle all together, and then start back up, double shift up to third. Again, use all that track available, running really wide. Again, this one, just as you come to the little kink on the left, apply the brakes, but not full. I'm kind of trailing that brake in that corner as early as you can with that throttle. And as your car straightens up, again, hit the brakes, down to second. This bit's really tricky. You've got to try and get to the right hand side as much as you can. Just after that shadow on the road, down to first, strike up into second, again as early as you can on that throttle. Looking for the 100 board on the right hand side. Just there before we'll smack on, we come down to second gear. Again, look, trailing that brake, we're still braking. Now we're on the accelerator, short shift up to third. Again, a little dab on the brakes. Didn't quite get the apex there, but a decent run nonetheless. So over the bridge, go for a 109.6 on the sector, and on the 100, brake again. Coming down hard, kind of trailing in again, second gear, letting it kind of go a little bit wide so we can pull it in a little bit. Don't want to be too tight there. Again, playing with that throttle. As we come out of the tunnel, dab on the brakes, and I come up to third gear there just again to stabilise that car. Flat, again, come off a little bit and then flat out as early as you can. Just really kind of play with the throttle of these cars. That's what it's all about, trying to get the best run out of these corners. Again, a nice one sector, nice and easy, flat out, under the tunnel, as tight as we can there, and then straight out. I mean, to be fair, it's a really beautiful track. They've done a really good job, to be honest. Like I said before, I wasn't too sure, but now it's grown on me and I'm a big fan. I would like to see the old Grand Valley back in the game, because I think that was just for a bit of nostalgia, to be honest. We've got Tri Mountain in there, which again, they've reinvented that one slightly. Deep Forest, but it would be nice to see the original Grand Valley in there, maybe as a bonus, who knows. But we're going to run through the lap again, just normal play, just so you guys can have a look. Also, very handy with this guide, as people watching this, if you are doing sport mode and you're doing daily races, I think this is actually daily race C for next week. I think we're running the Grand Valley Highway 1 with GR3 cars in racing hard tyres, which is exactly what we've got here. So if you are doing sport mode, I mean, give it a go. I mean, that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm putting a few laps in there, getting the early practice in for next week. Again, I'm not really sure what it'd be like racing on the circuit. I mean, awesome doing a time trial on here, but really tight. I think it might be quite difficult to overtake here. But there's the track, there's the guide. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know if it helps. And again, practice, because next week this is going to be the daily races. But if you like the video, we've got plenty more content to come. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, help support it. We stream on Twitch on Mondays, Tuesdays and Fridays at 8 o'clock as well. So you're more than welcome to join. But for now, enjoy the lap. I'm going to show you the full replay after this as well, just so you can take in all the gorgeous scenery and the beautiful graphics, and it's a wonderful game. Absolutely brilliant. Keep the updates coming, and who knows, hopefully we may have the original Grand Valley here one day. But for now guys, that's me out. Enjoy, and I'll catch you soon for more fun videos on Gran Turismo 7. Laters.
没生活。